Hello Aries, and welcome to your tarot reading with me, Mazalin. So in today's Aries reading, we're going to be looking at your current situation and energy and what led you to be here. We're going to discover what you're truly hoping to manifest and achieve, and then anything holding you back. And then we'll take a look at upcoming blessings on your path and what you can watch out for. And of course, at the end, we'll have a look at the universe's advice for proposed actions that you can take to align with your highest purpose, happiness, and success. Now, are you needing a quick yes/no answer to some of your questions? Well, stick around to the end as we uncover those answers with your bonus oracle messages. Now, this reading is primarily for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, but cross-watchers dealing with an Aries, the energies could be flipped, so this message could be for you as well. But please note, these readings are timeless and general, so please take whatever resonates, whatever helps you, and just leave what doesn't for somebody else. But if you're drawn to House of Tarot, you're meant to be here, but your message may not be at the beginning of the reading. So whether you're seeking clarity, healing, or direction, get ready for spiritual guidance for empowered action. And if you could like this video at the beginning or at the end, it would really help me a lot. But with that being said, let's get out your tarot cards and begin your reading. Aries, what a way to begin your reading. We have the Fool as the first card of your reading in your current situation. So the Fool being the first card of the tarot deck for the first sign of the Zodiac, Aries, for this first video reading on YouTube. This is great. I mean, this is your current energy, shows the beginning of a brand new life cycle. So recently, this shows that you have successfully completed a major life cycle, within your life. And right now, you have the opportunity for a clean slate to start again, to begin a brand new cycle within your life. And this was accompanied by the Judgment card that came up. Now, Judgment means that you've made a major decision in your life, a decision which is going to alter the next phase of your life. This judgment call that was, that you've made, it could be in relation to the past. It could be in relation to the present or the future, because we have in these coffins the past, present, and the future. The angel Gabriel calling you to action, calling you to make a judgment call, a final decision on something, a decision that will be final and you will move forward with your life. So this could be letting something go, leaving something in the past, and we see here the Fool beginning a brand new life cycle. Perhaps you're looking to travel, perhaps you're looking to start something, a brand new project in your life. But right now we see you very excited, very spontaneous, and excited for what comes. But this is complete trust here. The Fool is a 0 for a reason. He is all and nothing at the same time. And he is ready to take that leap of faith, as we say in the Fool card. That leap of faith requires having trust in the universe. He has no idea what's coming next, no idea if it's going to be a success or not. But he moves forward anyway, because he just has trust that everything is going to work out, which it usually does when he has that belief in himself. So the Fool is a very solitary energy. So you could be focusing very much on your independence right now, focusing on just following your heart's desire and not taking life too seriously, I would say. So this is the current energy right now, the Fool and the Judgment. And what's brought us to this current, or what's brought you to this current energy, is the 9 of Swords in the reverse. This is wonderful. 9 of Swords is that 2 a.m. card, this sleepless nights, right? It is the card of worrying about the future. But, this worry is unnecessary, right? When we worry about the future hasn't happened yet. So it's worrying about things that we have no control over. But in the reverse, this shows you letting that go. This is like you saying, I'm not going to occupy my mind by focusing on things that I have no control over. You're letting it go, which is really good energy to see, because by letting that go, letting go of things that you cannot control, that is just causing you, not to sleep properly. It's causing imbalance in your mental energy and causing you anxiety, stress. By letting that go, you're able to just, wipe the slate clean and begin a new cycle for yourself. And we see this again reiterated in that 6 of Swords, which is your present energy. Moving from, we have here tense waters into calmer waters. So this, because swords in the tarot represent your mental energy, this is all about mentally moving forward. And we see what precedes the Six of Swords is the Five of Swords, which shows up here in what you're hoping to achieve, but in the reverse. So this again is wonderful because Five of Swords energy is conflict, manipulation, tit for tat, egos. There's a battle of egos here, wanting to win at all costs just for the sake of winning, right? But when it's in the reverse, you're trying to let this go. Now, maybe this is something within yourself. Maybe there's a part of you that always wants to win in certain interactions with others, and you're trying to let that part of your nature go. Or this could be simply, a tension, a stress that you have with someone else. You're hoping to just find peace and bury the hatchet in some way. But because you're showing up as this Six of Swords energy, it does show that mentally you have tried to let this go. You are trying to let this go, and you're trying to move forward into calmer waters. Why? Because simply the peace of mind. You're really just looking for peace of mind right now. And what we see in what you're hoping to achieve is that there will be some sort of bright idea or some sort of surprise turnaround that will, bring about a positive change of events. Now, whether that's in the person that you're dealing with or within yourself, that you might be able to come up with some sort of bright idea that will help you to turn this situation around with what you're dealing with. Now, in the challenge position, we have the Queen of Cups energy with the Oracle card of not talking. It says you aren't communicating your needs clearly. You need to discuss how you feel. Well, this is the Queen of feeling. The Cup energy is all about emotions, intuition, feelings, love. But the Queen of Cups is not afraid to express herself. She opens her heart freely to those around her, and she has the strength of character to be vulnerable and to open her heart to others. But when this is in the block position, in the challenge position, you may be struggling to really be vulnerable with someone else, right? Cancer energy can sometimes very easily put that wall up. The Queen of Cups is very much Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, but very strongly Cancer energy, the Queen of Cups. And this could be saying that either you or someone else is finding it difficult to be vulnerable with the other. And this is about putting yourself in someone else's shoes. The Queen of Cups is able to empathize with others. She can put herself in others' shoes to see how they're truly feeling, to be able to nurture and help them in some way. Now, the Queen of Cups is a maternal energy. So this could be talking about your ability to nurture others, or your ability to allow yourself to be nurtured by others. This is in the block position. So perhaps the way that you were nurtured from your own mother is affecting the way that you are able to nurture others right now. This could be talking about your primary caregiver or you yourself, if you are a primary caregiver or a mother. This is something that maybe you're struggling to do right now. Why? Because of no communication, not talking. When we bottle up our feelings and we don't talk about our emotions, how we're feeling, this can manifest or end up manifesting in the body over a prolonged period of time as illness and sickness. So we have to be careful that when we lock those emotions in, that we don't end up letting it decay within our body, okay? So we do see a mental moving on of your energy, but we don't see an emotional expression of the self. So this is just something to watch out for here, that this doesn't become toxic within your heart, okay? Now, in the near future, we see an opportunity. There is the Emperor is the Aries energy within the tarot. So this is your major arcana card, and it's accompanied by the Oracle card of endings. The cycle is over. It's time for you to make a change, rebirth, time to say goodbye. So this can mean a few different things. So first of all, let's just look at the archetypes of what the Emperor represents in life. So the Emperor is the divine masculine. He is the father, the husband, the business owner, and the boss. So with the ending card, this could be saying that there could be an end to any of those roles within your life. Now, whether that is a cycle is coming to the end with your husband, your significant other, with your father, or with a business that you own, it could be any of those things. But if it isn't another person and this is your energy here, then this could be saying that something is transforming any of those things. So if you are a business owner or you are the dominant parent, now this can be both for, although this is a masculine energy, this can apply to both men and women, which, the tarot doesn't have a gender. You could be a mother who is the dominant parent, and there is something transforming in the way that you are a parent, in the way that you manage your business, in the way that you lead other people, the way that you are an authority. There is something that you are transforming within those spheres of your life. And this is a great opportunity because it is going to put you back into your own power. You're going to be feeling more like yourself. This is your major arcana card after all. And you're going to come into your own authority, into your own power, and bring about stability and discipline and success as well, and prosperity by doing so, by transforming the way that you do or carry out these roles within your life. So this is wonderful energy we see in the near future. Now, in the position of what you need to watch out for, we have Justice accompanied by the New Perspective card, which says someone helps you see things from a new perspective. But I have to point out that when this card fell out, it fell out in the reverse, and it is in the position of what to watch out for. So what that means is we're looking at a potential warning here. Right? Now, when justice shows up in what to watch out for, this can be talking about, justice represents the truth, accountability, clarity, law and order, legal contracts. It could literally represent a marriage itself. Now, justice is the major arcana for the sign of Libra. Now, Libra, maybe you are dealing with a Libra person. This could be the case. Maybe you are in a business contract or negotiation with a Libra person. But in any case, look at this particular card. She holds the sword of truth. Now, the swords in the tarot represent truth, clarity, alignment, right? Amongst other things, right? As well as your communication, your speaking. But notice how there is not a full sword in this card. So what that means, there's only 70% of the sword here, right? You're missing another part of the sword. So this means that you do not have complete clarity here. So what it's asking you to watch out for is lies, dishonesty, possibly even a breaking of the law. Someone or something that you are getting involved with. It could be a legal contract, it could be a person, it could be, people of the law themselves, police officers, judges, that sort of thing, are lying to you, or they're not being open or honest with you. They're not giving you the complete truth. They are giving you 75% of the truth, but there is an element that's missing here. And because this came up in the reverse, whatever they're trying or whatever they're telling you is not going to help you to get a new perspective. This is not going to help you. So that's what you need to watch out for in the near future. What the universe is asking you to do instead is the King of Wands. And there we have the minor arcana for the sign of Aries, the King of Fire. Okay, so again, showing up in your very masculine energy here. It's asking you instead to follow that bright idea. So this is what you're hoping to achieve. And a bright idea that is going to enable you to let go, petty quarrels or manipulation or control tactics, and just follow your inspiration, your passion, your drive, whatever ambition you have right here, because he is the ideas man, a King of Wands. He comes up with a bright idea and he just rolls with it. He goes with it. He has complete belief and faith in himself that he's going to succeed. And this is why he is the entrepreneur. So right now it's asking you that whatever idea or ideas that come up for you in the near future, follow those ideas and take action on those ideas. He is the king of action, right? And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, you move on to the next thing. But right now there is a need for you to take control. Yeah, we have this Aries energy here. Take control, be in a position of leadership, and follow your ideas, your passions, your drives. and, dare I say, be a little bit selfish here. Because at the end of the day, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It is about leading and following your own heart regardless of others. But we just have to watch, though, that there is a delicate balance here. Because what you don't want is to be so selfish that you are not able to then think about the needs of others. So there has to be a delicate balance here. You can still follow your own drives and passions and desires, but also consider the emotions of others at the same time. Now, how and when is it asking? The universe is saying proposed actions that you can take for your highest purpose, happiness, and success. We have the Seven of Cups is Scorpio energy, specifically Venus in the sign of Scorpio. Now, Scorpio season is around 22nd, 23rd of October until the 22nd of November or thereabouts. So it's not quite now, but the Seven of Cups is all about keeping your options open. As you see, the man in here, he's looking at all of his different options. He's contemplating which of those options to undertake. So now is not quite the right time to choose exactly which one you want. It's about exploring all of the options, right? So it's about keeping your options open, not narrowing it down to only one. It's about just keeping those options open and available to you, not closing the door just yet, okay? Because the time to be clear or choose your option will come around in Scorpio season, okay, around late October time. Now, the other meaning of the Seven of Cups here is illusions. It is fantasy, okay? And we see clouds, which is smoke and mirrors. This is almost saying to hide, right? It's not a time of unveiling your plans. It's a time of keeping whatever options or avenues you have open to you at the moment or become available to you, keep that under wraps. Keep that to yourself for now and don't reveal that at this time. That's what the universe is saying. And this is further backed up by your likely future outcome of the High Priestess. Major arcana again for Pisces, Cancer energy here. So because we had the Queen of Cups come up earlier in what is your block, this could be in relation to this person here, this friend, this mother, this daughter, this wife, if that's what you're dealing with, that you're not talking to. It looks like in the near future this silence is going to continue because the High Priestess is a card of silence. This is all about trusting your intuition, going within and connecting with Source. Whatever Source is for you, God, the universe, Allah, Jesus Christ, your higher self, right? And it is about, she silences herself so that she has time to reflect and she can listen to the downloads, the messages that she's getting from spirit, from the universe. So as I mentioned before about not revealing or, your plans or what options that you want to go forward with and perhaps keeping that under wraps, the High Priestess, again, with the outcome card, shows you, again, being silent about that at the moment. Now, we do have, it is accompanied by the Five of Wands as Leo energy. It does represent conflict. It's not serious conflict like the Five of Swords, like huge ego battles, but it is, a clash of wills, you can say. This can represent that the silence with this person is going to continue and that this is going to cause further conflict because there could just be, again, ego involved here. Leo is that ego energy. If it's not talking about another person and it is just talking about yourself, maybe spiritually you're going to be conflicted here. There's going to be a battle between, head over heart, right? Your intuition, your connection to the universe is going to be telling you to do one thing, and your ego, your head is going to be saying to do something else. So that is going to be a bit of a conflict that you're going to have to deal with here. What I would say here for the advice is really just to go within, quieten the mind, perhaps even meditate to truly find your personal truth here. Because we do have water energy here for what appears to be the block, okay? So we need to unblock that water energy. We need to be able to connect with your emotions, connect with your feelings, and consider these options: Seven of Cups, water energy again, Scorpio energy, and connect to source. You know, with this conflict card, you may be doubting or not trusting your intuition at this time. But you know, the way to have more faith in your downloads, in the messages that you're getting from God or from Spirit, is just to quieten the mind, meditate, and maybe even journal. Okay, there's different ways that you can, you can come connect deeper with God or with your intuition. You can journal, you can listen to music, you can meditate, and then it can bring you into deeper understanding of what it is that the messages that you're getting here, and it can help to bring more clarity to you. So that is the message that I have for you, Aries. But now we get to part 2 of your reading, which are your bonus oracle messages. So we're going to be using the Spill the Tea deck, and I want you to think of 3 yes/no questions that you have at this time. Now, if you need to pause the video, definitely do that. But we are going to be using the Spill the Tea deck, okay? And I'm going to attempt to answer those questions with an oracle card. So think of your questions, 3 questions, and I'm going to put 1 card for 1, 2, and 3 to answer those. Are you ready? Question number 1. Quiet contentment. Simple companionship brings you peace and satisfaction. So yes, the answer to your first question is a yes. And this could be, we have 2 people on this card. So whatever you've asked about, maybe this is a relationship or this is a person, it is saying that by joining forces, companionship, sharing, being generous of your spirit and connecting with this person, we have the Sun here, by being open and clear, that this is going to bring peace and satisfaction. Now, if you've asked, you could be asking about a person, place, or thing. Whatever it is that you've asked about, there is a need here to join, to merge with that thing. And by doing so, it is going to bring peace and satisfaction. So that's a yes for question number 1. Question number 2, we have release expectations. Let go of expectations and allow things to unfold naturally. So whatever you've asked about, there is some sort of control aspect to this question. Now, maybe you are stressing over outcome of this question or this situation, and it's causing you, to have expectations over it. And so it's hard for you to let go of how you want this outcome to be. But essentially, I would say that this is 50-50 in terms of a yes or no. I would say that this is going to be a yes if you can release expectation of the outcome. If you feel that you cannot release that expectation, then the answer here is no. Okay? All right, question number 3. Boundaries respected. The other person respects your personal space and boundaries. Beautiful. This is a yes. Whatever you've asked about, person, place, thing, organization, establishment, they respect your boundaries. They respect your limits. And by doing so, there is mutual respect, there is harmony. So yes, there is absolutely yes there. So look, I hope this provided clarity for you. It was helpful in some way. If you know your natal chart, you can also check out your other signs for deeper insights. But please feel free to comment on this video, because by sharing of your experience, you can help to bring comfort or enlightenment to someone else. And thank you so much for watching, sharing this space with me. If you would consider a like, a share, or subscribe, that would really help the channel. But until next time, stay wild and see you in the next video.